bombard us with Be Ready. We'll go with it. People like to watch that. Oops, am I live? I am live. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize I had already clicked live. I guess that's the beauty of live TV. You just go with it. And was I right? I was saying as soon as I sit down, Bolo's going to come over here. Get your toy, Bolo. She cannot stand if I am sitting on the couch talking to somebody else. I don't know if you can even see her. We'll have to get her up here for a second. Here, come here. Come on up here, Bolo. Come on. Come up here. Over here. Over here. Let's say hi to everybody. Now. There we go. Welcome, everybody, to the Dog is Good Lifestyle Show. I'm so lucky today because our guest, who's also a good friend of mine, Jill, lives in the same town. So she could actually come into the office for our conversation today. And this way, you know, Bolo gets to be part of the show. You know, I don't know if your dogs ever try to put their toys in your mouth, but Bolo, this is a constant with us anytime I sit down and whatnot. So she's going to get tired here in a second. She'll come up, but I know that you guys like looking at her, and I like being able to look on her, so we'll let her be here for just a second. But anyway, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July, and that I know, I loved seeing all the conversation around this. Everybody was so mindful of the things that can happen around 4th of July with our dogs in terms of stress and anxiety. So, you know, fingers crossed, everybody made it through the holidays safely and without worry. And that you're enjoying your summer now, as we are too. Bolo and I have had plenty of opportunity. This past weekend, actually, we did a lot of beach time. That is one of my favorite things to do with Bolo in the summertime. She loves to body surf, and that just makes it really fun for me. And we go to a little secret hideaway where there's not a whole lot of people, and then we can just play in the water together, which is really fun. As you are joining in, please feel free to say hi and share where you are from. And, you know, I think you can also post some pictures of your pup. So if you're doing some fun summer things, go ahead and use this as an opportunity to post that here. We are going to be speaking with my friend, who I'll introduce in just a second. Her name is Jill Stevens, and she is one of the founders and owners of My Dog Knows It. And we have an important conversation to have because it's not something that you think about on a daily basis, but it is something you need to be concerned about, and that is skin cancer. And yes, your dogs can get skin cancer. So we'll hop into that in just a second, but I do want to give you guys a chance to share this with your friends, because everybody is out in the summertime. And even we were talking earlier, it's not even just about summer, although that's top of mind. It's always summertime. But we'll get into that conversation, and you can feel free to ask questions, etc. So, as you guys know, it always feels like forever because I took a week off since I was on here with you. But as you know, we do a giveaway every week, and so we thought it was very timely to do a giveaway with our Never Swim Alone design for summertime.
That's cute.
It is cute, and man, I do love swimming with Bolo. It is really fun for me. And Jill is giving away, I'm going to let you share what this is.
Okay, and I'm giving away My Dog Knows It sun protection.
For the dog.
For the dog. Yep.
So very cool. So she'll talk a little bit more about this as we have our conversation together. And a reminder, if you are not getting your Fur Covered Wisdom every week from your dog, please go sign up for that. We are getting more and more feedback from all of you who are getting it. And I want to encourage you, if you are and haven't sent a quick note as to your input around that and some feedback on it. We've been getting quite a bit of email. Hitting the wall with her tail. Somebody's down the hall. That's okay. Bolo. Yeah. A little happy greeter. And people are really finding it quite valuable, and so we are really thrilled that you are getting some impact from that, and that it's helpful and inspiring to you, because that's the intent. And certainly your dogs want to give you that inspiration as well. All right, so we are going to dive in. I want to introduce my friend, Jill.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, this is Jill Stevens, and she is a local Seal Beach resident, which is the town that I live in as well. She started her company, My Dog Knows It, back in 2014. Her company sells sunscreens for dogs that help prevent skin cancer and sun damage. Now, I didn't even think about the sun damage part. I mean, I worry about that for myself, but I didn't quite think about that, so we'll dive into that. Jill is a skin cancer survivor herself, and one day noticed that her dog's nose had freckles on it and that it was discolored. Her veterinarian said it was due to sun damage. So she started to search for a sunscreen that was safe enough for dogs, but found nothing. This is how all great businesses begin, is just the discovery that there's a need in the market and she could fill it. So Jill, who previously worked in the beauty industry, hired a chemist and created a sunscreen to help keep the noses of dogs and other animals like horses safe from the sun. Her products ensure peace of mind when getting out in the sun with your dogs. And today, Jill sells on her own website, through Amazon, and through lots of big retail stores. So,
Yay, thank you for having me. Hello, everybody.
So first off, I'm super excited for you. I watched this journey from when you kind of came up with the idea into how you've been putting it into manufacturing and bringing it to fruition. But why don't you dive in a little bit deeper on, really what was the impetus behind it and what was the process really to take it from this idea into this beautiful packaging that's now, on the shelf?
Right. Well, for me, I was in the beauty industry, and in 2013, I myself had basal cell carcinoma on my nose. And after many years and many procedures of going through what I went through, it wasn't like, boom, it's done, it's over. I mean, it took quite a while to get, my face looking as normal as possible. Great plastic surgeon, all that. But after what I went through, I noticed everything on everybody. Like, did you have that checked? Did you have this checked? Because cancer is definitely on the rise. So, looked at my own dog. And here is my dog before, and that's Cody Joe.
Wait, I'm going to hold it close.
Okay.
Here, I'll hold it closer.
So that's my golden retriever, and you can see he started out with a very black nose. And then his nose ended up looking like this.
There we go. Okay,
And that was directly
before
sunburn and sun damage.
and after. Wow.
Yep. And that is taking him out to the lake and having him retrieved. And while I thought I was being a great pet parent and he's having a ball retrieving, what's beating down on him, the only unprotected area on an animal, is the sun on his nose.
Okay. And so you went and you had him checked out. That was just some damage, but had it turned cancerous at that point? Or
If I had a few of these that are raised, few of them were raised. I bet you dollars to donuts if I had them biopsied, they would have been precancerous. But I did not. He passed away from good old age.
Right.
But, looking back, boy, I could just kick myself, again, for all the hours I spent sun worshiping.
Right.
But back then we didn't know. I grew up in Huntington
know.
Beach, I wanted to be the hot babe on the beach, and the sun, your skin never forgets. So it's just not a good thing.
Yeah.
And our animals can get all the same cancers that you and I can get. Basal cell carcinoma, squamish, melanoma. They can get every cancer, and it would be treated with radiation, which would be very expensive.
Yeah, you're right. You don't really think about it. And I know I come from that same generation where we would sit around with the baby oil and the iodine, and, the tan was the be-all and end-all.
Yep.
Thank goodness for spray tans now.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what, when you decided you finally, you wanted to do this, I mean, were you just sitting around having conversation and said, hey, we should create something? Or
Well, I think it really was back in Havasu, and my sister and I, who were our business partners today, but also in our beauty business, we were looking at, of course, Cody's nose and kind of reflecting on, wow, it started out as a black nose, and this really seems to be a need. Like, let's really check into this and dive into it a little bit more. So at the time we had the beauty business, and then we started in doing dog. For a while we called ourselves Beauty and the Beast, because we were doing beauty shows and pet shows. And then in 2016 we sold our beauty division, and for the last 2 years have only worked on my dog noses. Yeah.
So one of the questions I hear people ask a lot actually is, why can't I just use regular sunscreen on my dog?
Yeah, okay, I hear it all the time as well. Because our ingredients contain certain ingredients that can be very toxic for an animal. titanium dioxide, zinc oxide, dimethicone. While those ingredients protect us from the sun, they can be very toxic.
Good.
Where ours is completely ingestible, completely digestible.
Okay. And is this, the nose the only place that you would put it? Because I know you have like a...
No,
spray
like if
too.
you've got a dog that's got ears that fold back, you can use it, or ears that go up, you can use it. You can
Like
use
on
it
the
on
pink
the,
of their...
yeah, up their snout. Sometimes, you know, you get a little pink. Yeah, you can use that. We also now have come out with a coat and body spray.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be more like low coat, somebody that maybe shaves their animal for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
No coat, breed specific. Some
Right.
breeds just, you know, don't have a coat, or lighter color coats.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be more all over application.
What about dogs with a super short coat, like Boston Terrier? Or
Yeah,
Dachshund,
perfect
those
for
kinds?
that. Or
Okay.
bully breeds that
Yeah.
are maybe white.
Yes.
You know, some of the pitties that are white. Yeah, absolutely, you'd want to use that. Not spraying around the face. You don't want to do that.
Right.
It'd scare your animal. So you just really want to use the nose balm around the face, but then the spray around the body.
Okay. All right. That's great. So how do you end up educating people? Because, you know, unless you're thinking about it, to me, it wasn't something that I actually was top of mind. I mean, I think I'm always thinking about, you know, Bolo's food intake and her joint health and her other, you know, I wasn't really paying. I mean, now I'm very, you know, now it's top of mind, but.
Right. Well, I think if you look around and look at all the businesses that encourage us to bring our animals, I mean, I've never seen so many pet-friendly hotels, restaurants. So we really are exposing them more and more, and businesses are encouraging us to bring them. So they just really need to be protected as well. Now, one thing that you will not see on our product is an SPF. And this is where the education comes in too. Why? Because we don't want people to think in terms of human sunscreen. Our SPF is for us. So there is no confusion. So I don't want to it does have an SPF. I mean, I could tout that, but I don't want people to think, that's great, I've got 50 at home. So that's why on purpose, as a company, we did not put any number.
So I'm curious, actually, if the objective is, wouldn't you want it to, I'm just curious, wouldn't it just be the highest SPF, or as a rule, or do you have variants in that?
Well, the coat and body spray has one SPF rating, and this one has another.
Oh, okay.
But again, you know, the reason why we didn't is I just didn't want folks to think human sunscreen.
Got it.
You know, so there's no confusion of a crossover.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here it's summertime, and we're taking our dogs hiking, and in my case, and for those on the coast, to the beach, inland, we're taking them to lakes. We're just outside all the time. But, you know, ideally, we're out all the time anyway, walking our dogs all year round.
Yep.
Even in the wintertime when it's snow. I mean, is this something that they should be wearing?
Absolutely, yeah. And the product is not only UV protection, but healing and moisture as well.
Okay.
So yes, you can use it on the pads. Yes, you can use it on elbows.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Sometimes I use it on my cuticles because it's really moisturizing. It's a nice velvety balm, water resistant, dries very quickly, and unscented. So if you've got a working class dog that relies on their scent, it will not interfere with that at all.
Oh, wow. So you really thought through
Yeah, we
everything.
really thought of all aspects of what a dog's life would be like.
Yeah. So how long, is there a time limit as far as when to reapply?
Oh, okay. Well, if you're a pet parent that goes off to work and they've got the run of the house, so they're in and out, do it in the morning and then maybe reapply at night. But come weekend, dog beach, boating, hiking, you'd want to reapply about every 3 hours, just like you would yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on this skin cancer, because I'm curious, is that something that they would get below their fur too?
Oh, most definitely they can.
How would we note, or what do we need to be asking our veterinarian?
Well, if you go once a year, which most people do, they do check.
They do.
Yeah, they'll check for everything.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about this, Bolo. Your skincare scenario.
Yeah,
All
but
your
you know, you want to
outdoor
watch,
work.
like, is there a change in pigmentation on the nose? Or do you see spots on their belly? You know, they naturally want to sun worship. So just, those would be like signs I would look for.
Okay.
Now that I realize what I've done to my own dog.
Yes. So I'm just going to look at some of the comments. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for joining. Boston Terry, very little fur. You can see his pink skin right through his fur. Very dangerous for sun exposure. Yes. And I'm thinking, too, just like with us, doing a general scan once a year to, you know your dog. You know that they have those certain spots. Bolo's allowed me to give her a scan right now. She's such an attention hog, this little one, who sleeps all day under my desk until I talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Like the phone rings.
Yes.
Raising your kids.
Yes, completely. But you're showing me your belly, and I don't see any changes in your pigmentation, at least right now, but we're going to get you into some sunscreen for sure. Do you guys have any questions for Jill on that? On skin care as it relates specifically to the dog? Well, people might be thinking this through and looking at questions they might have regarding the dogs. I'm just curious. I think that this is a great opportunity to inform ourselves. What kinds of things should we be looking for in ourselves as we're out there with our own dogs?
Oh boy, yeah. Well, when I went through what I went through with my cancer, and it started out like a little black, kind of almost like a mole,
Mm-hmm.
and it just was not healing, and it would scab over and it would not heal, and of course I thought, oh, Neosporin or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I went to the doctor and said, you need to have the Mohs done,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, it was very traumatic what I went through. I mean, I kind of call it God's cruel joke because I was at the time in the beauty business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aging, and now I get cancer on my face.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing led to another, and really that's how my diagnosis came to be,
Mm-hmm.
was after my own experience.
Yeah, I really, gosh, I think about that all the time, that every hardship or challenge that we face, there's a reason for it. We don't know what that reason is at the time,
Right.
but later on it reveals itself and in a way that really makes a tremendous impact for others. And so this, for you, for sure,
Yep.
is that. That's great.
Yeah, and I would just say protect yourself, wear protective clothing. I now am swimming every day, and I wear an SPF 50,
Mm-hmm.
like a rash guard
Mhm.
and a hat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they make protective clothing for animals as well, which is really, I think, brilliant idea.
So, yeah, we saw those at the
At the show, yeah.
Yeah. I just wonder how difficult that might be to get your dog to wear that on a regular basis going out,
Well, I think that if you're consistent, like everything else, you're consistent and, you put them on it, just like putting booties on if it's too hot,
Right.
So
Cindy was asking a question as to, should it be put on every time they go out, like they're just running out for 5 or 10 minutes? I'm going to add to your question and say, is it something that should be reapplied throughout? Like, oh, you were out earlier now, you've been in for a little while, and then we're going to go out again later. Is this something that should be applied?
you can, you really can. And again, it's very moisturizing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good for them,
Okay.
as far as their nose. As we age and our skin dries out, and they age, their nose and their pads and elbows dry out. So again, UV protection and then healing and moisture.
Okay. So how much does something like this cost?
That would retail for $12.99.
Oh, nothing.
And that's about a 4-month application using it every day.
Oh my gosh.
And then we
fantastic.
also make a bigger size. This is 2.5 ounces, and really like multi-pet owners,
Mhm.
horses, you can use it on their blades, livestock.
Mhm.
We have several people who have pigs that use it.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So,
what about cats?
well, we're actually working on a cat
Okay.
product.
Mhm.
Funny that you say that. But consult your vet on a cat, and it would just depend on age and health and condition.
Right.
Yeah, and we list everything on our website as well as like on our packaging, on the brochure. We list everything ingredient-wise, where it's derived from and what the function is.
Mhm.
So you don't have to have a vet take the time to book an appointment and
Right.
meet with you. They could, after hours, take a look and then, follow up with a phone call with you regarding cats.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then the spray, how much is that?
Oh, the spray is $19.99. Yeah. This is a 4-ounce, and it's non-aerosol, so it's pure product.
Okay, awesome. All right, so you can find My Dog Knows It on her website, which the team just put in there. And if you're going on Amazon, you can get it there as well.
Yes,
Mhm.
should we give them like a little discount code off our website?
That's up to you.
Okay.
You can certainly do that.
Pat 25 off our website will give you 25% off.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
great. It's
that's-
already such a great price.
Yeah, it's a good value
Yeah.
and, goes a long way. Little goes a long way.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. So, Jill, I want to thank you for coming in and talking about this. As you guys are out there this summer dealing with hey, Polo. She's such a little attention hog. For those of you who can't see her, because she's just right here, just out of view, demanding my attention. Little stinker. That's what that heavy breathing is in the background. She's dying to get outside and play. So, but those of you who are out, it's summertime. It is the best time to be getting away, de-stressing, getting out, walking, hiking, sitting outside with a good book and your best friend with you, your first best friend and maybe your other best friends too, at the beach, at the lake, on the boat, wherever. In general, not just in summertime, but all year round, we need to be protecting our dogs from something that is becoming very prevalent, and that is skin cancer, just like it is with us. So, My Dog Knows It is the best. I think you are a genius. And also, this is just an aside. You may not ever get to meet Jill personally or her sister Kim, but two of the funnest people that I know. And so if you know you have two people with great hearts, but they're tons of fun, that create a quality, phenomenal product at a price that is really ridiculous. You can't not protect your dogs with this item. They're a great company to check out and to support as they strive to support the health of your dogs and pigs and horses and anything else. All right, guys, so just a reminder for the giveaway, we have the t-shirt, and you have to be part of the lifestyle group in order to discover who wins that. You're also going to get some My Dog Knows It sent directly to you as well. And we just want to tell you to continue to enjoy your summer, have fun, and stay tuned for next week's show as we continue to talk to people about being out there with their dogs and having a great time, but learning new things that we can, help improve our lives and quality as we live them with our pets. So anyway, thanks everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you.